Let's see if I can just get that in straight. Right then, so what we're doing is today weaving, doing some we're doing a woven style masterboard, and I was going to do it in A4, but I've decided to do it bigger. Okay, so it's 12 by 12. And I'm not going to I'm not going to scan it because some of this stuff is not mine. So I'm not going to, I don't scan it if it's not my own work. For example, that. So I'm just going to start somewhere, I think. And I'm going to try and do it a different way to I did my other one. I did my other one by putting it all completely glued down. And why do I always pick one that's not, that's not working? Oh look, I can't get into them. That means I've got to get a new one. Right. So what I'm going to try and do is just glue on the edge. I don't know how it's going to work because obviously we're going to, yeah, and I'm going to try and get rid of the glues because sometimes if I'm painting on the top, which I'm not doing this time, we're going to make at the end some, so that's my paper, so I can put that somewhere. And it goes anyway up that one. These are, that's on Kofi actually, this paper, this one is, that's a book page. Don't know where I got that from, but book page. Right, and there's that's got double-sided, so I've got choice that. And I'm using what I'm using. I've decided to use green. So I don't know. I don't know whether to glue. I don't know what you would do. Would you glue it down? That's the question. Or would you just do a few then glue it down? I'm thinking about that as well. Don't forget I might need to put some underneath. But there is another way of doing that as well. I've got some mulberry paper there. I forgot about that. Yeah, so you could instead see a scrap of mulberry. It's all scraps, you see, this is. Well, a scrap of mulberry paper. So you could either do it like this. Okay, you could either do it like that, or as that you can cheat and cut it here and obviously there, and then stick it down, which is what I was doing the other. So you won't always end up with anyway, that sticks up for some reason, doesn't it? So I don't know if that's a good idea. Will we get things sticking up? Can you see that? That's sort of yeah, like that. So it might not be a brilliant idea. Oh yeah, we've got some of our Gustav Klimt paper. Yeah, that's my Gustav Klimt inspired paper. So I'd put, let's have a look, see if I can just put that under there. It's not necessarily doing it like this. I can't remember how I did the other one actually. I think I just glued a few papers down both sides and then hope for the best. So I don't know really. So I was wondering if I could glue that down now underneath. No, you can't do that, dear. It won't work. Right, so what I'm going to do then instead, I'm going to glue them down as I go. Yeah, and then I'm going to part them if I need to. Okay, I'll show you what I mean in a minute, like this. Yeah, because it's not going to be all completely, yeah, look, like that, like all the way up like that. So that's going to be stuck down now. It seemed to work ever so well the other day. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. As I say, let's fall in love. That's what I keep saying, isn't it? Let's do it. Let's fall. No, I don't know if that's a thing. Right, let's do it. Let's fall in love. I mean, I'm sure you can say let's do it and let's fall in love. There we go. Right, so that's now done. Yeah, let's get that. Yeah, let's get that. Get all the glue bits out. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and I'm going to do it on fast because I'm doing it on fast because it will take ages. Okay, and if I have to tell you anything, there'll be a stop. Okay, so if you want some tips, yeah, hopefully I've got some tips for you. Or another thing I'm doing, okay, is I will be joining, like I might join something, might not be the same paper, but I might join something in the same row. Might not be the same paper, like it could be the same paper, which is what I definitely was doing for the other one. Okay, so let's glue that on. Let's tell you what I'll do. Glue that onto there like that. Well, I would do if it didn't move. And then we'll do things like that. See, that's not glued down because it's under there. I suppose we could glue it down afterwards. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to glue things down as we go. As we speak, as we go, yeah. Don't want any gaps like this. If you've got any gaps like that, I would fill them in somehow. Okay, oh dear, where are we? Why are we doing this? Why are you doing that to me? Right then, so I'm going to go fast now, okay. Right then, I decided to do a voiceover because this took absolutely ages. Not this bit, but the bit after it did. Okay, so here, if you can understand that I am just basically joining bits and I'm cutting pieces off as well. Why is it? Oh, it probably won't be jerking. So it's jerking when I'm doing it now, but it probably won't be when you see it. Okay, so it's so you see I'm cutting pieces off as well as weaving as well, because it's sort of like a faux weaving. Okay, you can do that. It works ever so well because it doesn't matter because I'm cutting all the bits up into it. What I'm going to do is cut them into 3x4s. Okay. And I wish I had done actually the smaller version. Yeah, it didn't actually take that long doing this, but the next bit did. Okay. It's a bit crazy. I do actually don't actually record all of that. Well, I do record it all, but I'm going to cut some of it out. I do warn myself when I do it, so there we go. Warn myself. That's hilarious. Now that thing I'm using there is to make sure the glue spreads all over. It's a Teflon sort of but I call it bone folder and I use it as a bone folder as well. But really I want the other components of the set. It's just a lot of money. Right then, so okay, so I am using book page here. That's one of my own designs that is on Ko-fi. I haven't managed to put some other things I promised to put on Ko-fi because I've been having to babysit at short notice, but nothing's happening. So yeah, I'll let you know when something happens with my daughter. Okay, right. So see, sometimes I'm letting them hang, sometimes I'm actually folding them all down. I'm not weaving every little bit, as you see that, and then I'm cutting it off to cheat a bit and adding another bit there. If you're seeing this on a big screen, you're very lucky because I can only see it on a small screen at the moment. It's like, it is, I can actually measure it. Okay, I can measure it, it is. I can't actually, wait a minute, it's less than 3 inches, so it's about 2.5 inches by 1.5, I think, or something like that. Yeah, so it's about 2.5 by 1.5 inch screen I can see. So yeah, I've seen myself on the like a big screen. It's quite interesting watching that. So if you watch on the big screen, that's amazing. I do get I don't know how they know, but they did tell me how many percentage of people watched me on a TV size screen compared to phones. I don't know how they knew that. Yeah. Right, so now they know that I don't know. So if watching on the big screen, yay. Very lucky. Yeah, that's my glue cloth. I'm wiping off the excess glue because I do not like the idea of having dried clear glue. I don't care because it shines up and it looks awful. Well, and that's my opinion. Obviously, you might not have the same opinion, but that is my opinion. and you don't have to hold the same opinion as me, obviously. Probably think it looks fine dried clear. In fact, let's have a look at the stuff I've got, because I can't. Let's have a look at some of the stuff I've finished with. No, I can't actually see any glue shining up, so that's good. Yeah, there's me. Yeah, it's very. So I've got a little circle on top of an eye of one of the things I finish up with. I don't know how you actually stop this, you know. If I want to have a break, say if somebody comes into the room, I think you might have to hear their voice because I might not. I think you probably just tap it, as far as I know. Never actually done it. Right. Yeah, so you can see I'm just basically gluing everything to everything, and yeah, things like that, yeah, and then deciding to cut that off. Yeah, and straighten it up because it's not straight, because I tend to cut it off at an angle for some reason. I think I'm filling in the gaps here. Just there's a little tiny gap, as you probably can see on the big screen. There's a little tiny gap. I do use a different method of filling in little tiny gaps later, which I think is fairly effective. This is mulberry paper. I love that mulberry paper. It looks really good, actually. In fact, it looks a bit like Amazon, reminds you of Amazon packaging. But it's used for, I think, writing on. I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese writing. It looks really good. Yeah, or both. Yeah, both. It could be both. It looks amazing. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to actually use that to write on, because what I'm going to do, I don't know if that, yeah, I'm more the same thing. I think I'm going to cut it off now and just carry on with some more of it. Oh, did I do that? I don't know. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm using some mulberry paper to do some words on, I think. Yeah, just to see. I'm going to see if I can do it, if I haven't actually tried yet. I might be doing that because I did promise somebody, can you do some words and put them on Ko-fi? And I've been trying for the last about 6 weeks, I think. But things have cropped up. So, yeah, so sometimes I'm sticking the full thing down and sometimes I'm not. I think it's a good idea. You have to remember to stick all the little pieces on if you do it like this. Yeah, so I'm deciding, yeah, just put that one over. Keep forgetting to look around more. I think I'm going to, Gunu, that's local. Gunu is local for going to. I'm going to stick some flowers on when I can. Oh yeah, I think I'm right near the end now. Is that okay? So I'm basically doing just the same thing. Thought I'll just show you the end. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Oh, that's the flowers. I really love those. I've cut them strips. Cut strips of them off from the I did them for round pages in a video, and I've just reduced them, and it's just a bit smaller than, well, what size pages are. I think they're 2.5 by 3.5, the actual pages, so the flowers go around that. I've actually made some a bit bigger at the moment because I'm going to use them for something else. Yeah. I'm hoping to make a little journal. I made one for a swap and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Right, okay, so I'm cutting off all the edges now. You will see what I mean about the flower thing. I expect there's a few pieces sticking up still somewhere.
I've done it mainly browns and greens.
I mean, I didn't have any plan at all to do it. I mean,
sort of green,
it's filling gaps like that, so
or
there's another
turquoise,
little gap there.
So there's no argument
so I
whether
could do
it's
another
blue
one of
or
those
it's
little
green.
slivers, I suppose, with a random piece
Okay.
of paper. So
Right.
I didn't
Oh
think I
yeah.
was going to do
I'm
this.
just
So,
making sure you can
yeah.
see my voice,
Just
because
thought, oh, I knew
when
it.
I
knew
speak,
it.
my voice does come up
Right. Oh,
a bit bigger on the thing I'm recording.
That's going to look a bit odd.
Using.
Right, I'm going to put it.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing now. Ignore
There-ish.
me. I'm just for a few minutes. Oh, I'm just filling in some gaps. So those large triangles, that's what I'm using to fill in the little gaps. So when there's little gaps, I'm using large triangles.
So yeah, any little slivers like
As
that. I
if
mean, it doesn't
the
really matter because you could be
pages
covering some
parted
of
a
it
bit,
up
and you
anyway,
can
couldn't
just
you?
see something
I was just thinking I've
underneath,
got to cut it. Yeah.
like you would.
Don't forget I'm cutting this. I'm not
Using that.
copying
Have you
it
got a
because
large
some of the
triangle?
papers aren't mine.
Right, just below my finger actually there's a large triangle, not where I'm
Such
pointing
as the
there, just as I pointed to there,
stamperia
that's a
paper,
large triangle. You might
the
be able
book
to see it on it if
page,
you've got a big screen. Don't want I'm pointing at now.
and
There's a thingamajig there, there's a thingamajig there, there's a thingamajig there as well.
origami paper as well. So
There
they're
it
not
is, I
mine.
don't know what it is, what I'm pointing to, but there you go. Right.
I won't be using it. I don't know whether
I'm
to do
going to
6
make.
inch
I'm
or
going to cut it now
inches.
into 3x4 squares.
I've got 2 tall.
Okay, I haven't decided what I'm doing. I think I'm talking about doing 6-inch. I think that's a bit big, so I decided not to do 6-inch ones. And this is what I'm debating at the moment. For some reason, I've got that thing on the cutter.
This is anyway
you can't see
round
at
if
the
you look
moment.
as well, so that's good. Yeah, and what else was I
the whole
doing?
lot. Yeah, that's
just
right. I do not know what I'm saying.
filling
Actually,
in
I was quite witty during this, and it's a bit annoying now. And I had to use a voiceover. I kept there's part of this that. Oh yeah, I'll have to tell you about it in a minute or two. I did something so silly, but I'll leave it in.
Let's cut it.
Shows you what happened there. There you go. There's a little bit there that's been left over from somewhere else.
Different colour to what we are.
I think I was doing. What was I doing the other day?
No, just thinking, what shall we do?
I can't remember what I was doing. I can't remember if I put it on video.
6 inches, is that
Whether it's a video thing. Right, I'm
because
deciding
the other one was easier.
here.
I just cut it down
Come on,
from half.
get on with it. Do your
3
3 by 4s.
That's 4 and a bit.
Instead.
Oh, Grandad's home.
Come on, move it up, move it. There you go. Right, that might be the 4-inch one I'm doing now. You can't actually see the top of the board, can you? That's the trouble.
Yeah, let's do 4 inches. We'll decide
from there. It's going to be too far away or too close, which is yeah. See that how fast that was? Did actually speed that bit up. And I thought, no, I'm going to do a voiceover. Because what you there, I'm doing 3-inch now. 3 inches, and I should be doing all by 3 inches. And the other one that I did on the A4, which is nearly 11 3/4 by nearly 8 1/4 inches. I did just halved it, which is 4 1/8, isn't it? 4 1/8 is half in it. And then I did 2.75 inches, and can't remember what the other size is. What's this one into? Let's have a look. 1, 3 and a what? Yeah, 3.5 inches, I think. Yeah, by 8 and 4 1/8, I think, something like that. Not too sure actually now looking at it, but hey. I'm just mending a few pieces here, so I just see these things that need gluing and shut them and stick them down straight away. And this is a piece of mulberry paper that's sticking up. I remember that. I thought, how do you get rid of this thing here? Because it does have a little bit of things sticking up on it. It's made from all sorts. It's really good actually. It's a bit like homemade paper. Yeah, I just decided to cut that off, and then I'll pick it up and do the usual thing by measuring it. Yeah, there we go, like this. And then there's a bit here, look, that needs gluing. Yeah, so that gets glued. Look at all that. See, that's pretty bad stuff there, isn't it, really? And then I get corner. This is my new corner rounder, but oh dear, when we're taking it over there, come back. Right, and then we're doing, I think I've got them both together, and I noticed, even though I cut them separately, I've cut one of them absolutely the same. So, on the sides. and I'm gonna together, so they both would be wrong if I didn't get this accurate, because I decided to do it in the middle. Right, okay, so yeah, the corner around that one as well. Okay, right then, so that's my filler noise. Right, okay, so what I'm doing is now making a, so it's like a border thing. Okay, this stuff I'm using is washi tape stitched onto Amazon packaging in a strip. Looks really nice actually. I'm using that, and I'm using it like as a border thing on the left of the page. So I think there's not only that little bit left by the looks of it. And then I'm putting that over the top. I meant to put that bit underneath actually, that bit that's across. So I think, I don't know, it looks alright like that though, doesn't it? So I'm just gluing it on top, as like so. And just cutting that bit off. Oh, well, I don't know, there is a bit left. I thought there was like one, but there is. Okay, so I'll probably be talking about that on here, being the, oh yeah, there you go, there's a little bird. And because that bird just fits in, I decided to use it. Its wingspan just fits in. Let's have a look at it now. It's here. Yeah, so that little birdie just fits in there, so I thought that was rather cute. And it goes with the colour. Every single colour on that bird goes with the colours on my tag. Yeah, so I'm just fixing it down using my thing. Yeah, so there we go. And then these little flowers are my fussy cut flowers. I've actually done the one in the middle. I'm going to put on has got lots of gold on it, so that's why I decided to put it in the middle. Yay, like that there, look. So there we go, and they're all sitting on top of the border. Yeah, it does look, they do look, actually, it looks like a really nice little card. But what I do in a minute, there's some stuff I got from a collage kit. So I was thinking you could put that on a collage and it just cut it up as normal. Right, oh, I haven't done it yet. I'm going to finish that card off in a minute too. Okay, I'm going to do that one in a minute too. Yeah, this one here that I'm now gluing that underneath. There's something I'm going to do on that. Why am I rubbing my hands? Oh, it's glue. You sometimes think, why is that woman? Why is she rubbing her hands? It's because I've got glue on them. Right. There's that is well, it was. It's some red flowers. What am I doing for the other one? I think it's the flowers, isn't it? I did actually. I've got two tags now with flowers on. It is similar, and they do actually look. I mean, they look rather. Yeah. Do you know what I need to do? Put something in the middle of them because they look very plain. That's the only thing I haven't done that on there. So as we do this with one hand, I'm going to put some gold. You can't see me, but I'm putting gold dots on there. I've even done the pack shot and you can't even see them on there. Oh, what have I done here? This is the thing I've done. Oh, that's crazy. Look what I've done. Look what I have done on this crazy woman. Yeah. Look what I've done here. Yeah, yeah. I say I've instead of unraveling it, unraveling. Yeah. Apparently ravel and unravel mean exactly the same thing, but yeah, I'm just decided how much I'll need, because look at me doing that, because how can I get it out of there, honestly? Right, so there you go. And I also haven't got a needle. I'm just using the stuff to push through the holes. I think I decided a minute to get a needle. Oh, there it is. I decided suddenly to get a needle, and this needle is absolutely massive. Yeah, do you like the needles? Actually, they're really good. I think they're for leather stitching mainly. And then I decide to, as I don't want, I've got them one's on one side and one's on the other, so I'm going to put them, so I make a couple more holes. I'm making a couple more holes here so it comes to the front, they're both at the front then. And I thought, what's the point of that? So then I make a couple more holes and get them both at the back. Yeah, come on. If you hear me doing some sounds like yawning, that's because I am. Sorry about that. I'm just so tired. Yeah, I've had a sort of like, yeah, it took me ages to do this, only because of this bit here. That's why I'm doing it on twice as fast. Yeah, bunny rabbit. See the bunny rabbit then? Yeah. This is what I'm using these. Okay, so I do change um them up a bit. I do change them up so they look really nice actually when they're changed up. I don't know if you can see it on if you've got a small screen though, because they look a bit sort of, I think, bland like that, and an odd colour as well because nothing else is that colour. But yeah, I do actually add a word right at the end as well to that. Yeah, so yeah, I think I'm talking about the border, so you may as well put the border around the left and the bottom rather than the right and the top. I don't know what that would look like. I'm putting gold stripes on near the middle now on doing this. Yeah. Right, so that's what I'm doing. And then, what's happening now? Yeah, I don't know if you heard that bell. It's because my middle daughter has put up I think, picture of her youngest, I think. He's so ever so good looking lad he is. He's, how old is he? 20 months-ish, somewhere around there. And he's got brown eyes and really light blonde hair. And he looks really cute. Oh, this is funny. Oh, look what I did. This is why they're all empty, because guess what I did? And this is what I'm deciding now, which way to open it. As I opened it upside down, and it was like, oh no. Oh no, close it quick. Because everything nearly fell out. So that's why they're all like that, all at one side. I did say something a lot better than that during the thing. But yeah, well, that's yeah, it's a bit more witty than that. I can't remember what I said. But anyway, there you go, look. There's your thing. Oh yeah, and I'm going to glue them down in a minute, aren't I, them ends. Yeah, so I'm putting an eyelet in, because I think they look really nice actually with the eyelets in. Because I've got them eyelets. You know, I've had them eyelets for 2 years and I still haven't got through many of them. Yeah, there you go. I'm gluing them down with some art glitter glue. That's right. That will glue fabric. Okay, I can't get on with that fabric tag. I don't know how people use it. Oh dear. I don't know how it works because every time I glue down with it, nothing sticks. Yeah, so I don't know how to do it. I even got some sugar bell bottles and used those. I don't even know where they are. Oh, actually, I think they're in this cupboard here somewhere in the craft room. I've got a big cupboard next to me with loads and loads of stuff in it, and it's just everything I don't use very often is dumped in there. Yeah. This is actually bright yellow. It looks actually quite orange. There isn't an orange actually, and that ribbons. I think I'll show you in a minute. Look. Well, in fact, I'm looking for a pale yellow and I can't see one. I think that's what I'm looking for, but there's no actual orange. That looks fairly orange though. And to me, here, looking at it now, it looks actually just bright yellow. Yeah. Yeah, watch this. This is good. Right, so I'm going to put this over like this, okay. And then I decide to, yes, I'm just doing it around the edge, just edging it up to give it a bit of a border. Then I decide, oh, let's get some a thicker line. I know what I'm going to do with it, because I've done it before but not with, I don't think with black, it's mainly with, oh, it isn't actually black, it's dark blue. But mainly with red and like let's say turquoise. because if I say blue or green, you're going to disagree. So let's say turquoise, yeah? So what's this then? So I'm putting this on, and then I grab the white, yeah, shake it up. Have I shook it up? Well, perhaps don't need to, perhaps it's already, yeah, I can see it is. If you go on the big screen, you can see how nice that looks. Hopefully you can on a tiny, yeah, I've got closer. I hope I don't leave it close. I can't remember if I leave it close or not. Because there is a point when I'm looking at the end, I'm thinking, that's too close, what am I doing? So I don't know whether I've put it close again. I'm actually using a thing, so if you can hear this, because I don't have to be too close to the screen, otherwise my voice sort of like fades away. So it's an attempt to make my voice sound closer. I know, yeah. Right, so yeah, that actually does look really nice on there. It really does. I'm gonna have to use that method again. I like the using the black. It's actually not black, it's dark blue. It's like navy. I don't even know if it's got colour on it. So look, that pen I used. It's a oh, it tells you there what it is, isn't it? Cool grey. Oh, it's actually cool grey. It looks blue. Cool grey 8. A graphite marker. So I don't think it looks like graphite. Oh yeah, it does. It's okay. Yeah. Oh, I could. I was trying to tell you what it looks like. Actually, a D in a weird T, but actually it's in negative. So it's graphite. If you've got any, you'll know. Twin tip alcohol based marker. If you saw one, you'll see what I mean. Yeah, it's cool grey 8 graphite. Graphitemarker.com. Yeah, it looks like I thought, what's that? Graphed marker, but it's actually an IT in the negative, negative. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's me. It's okay. It's me again. There you go. Right. Now what am I doing? I don't know, but I'm trying to keep everything back from falling on me for a start. Now I'm talking about this. I'm making a journaling card. Yeah. Yeah, so then, I think I decided to use my big, yeah, I can't do it. I decided to use my big corner rounders because, yeah, the yeah, the chomper ones, isn't it? Corner chomper. Yay, because they just eat it a lot, yeah, easily. Just making sure they're all the same size now. Because it did take a bit, I mean, this is, obviously some of it is a lot, I mean, I could have tried on the other one, on my old corner rounder, but I'm not trying on this new one. Just getting them. So for some reason I'm chatting away. What am I doing? Oh, getting the large end. Yeah, I'm just going around the edge where the white is on the very edge. Just give you a nice inked up look, actually. There you go. There's some of the ones I made previously. I have got them in the. It's probably underneath the words. I haven't done that yet, so it's under. I have taken the photograph. Take my pack shot. Oh, yeah. Look, this is what I'm using. Right. This is an old. This is the thing I did on probably on video or similar on video, and I've added gold to it. You can turn them round. You see, you don't have to have them the right way up because this is an anyway up. Master board, yeah, trying to get the glue out, yeah, there we go. That's decided to get out. So I'm using this whole lot on here. This is the original. I don't know whether I've taken I might have taken it might be on Kofi actually, this, but with obviously it doesn't shine the gold up. Because on the back was some washi tape where I'd stuck it on to stick it on so I could scan it. Stick it on, yeah, so I could scan it, yeah. Right, so that shirt, and then putting some there as well so I can stick it on there. See, I'm doing that idea of putting the border on the left. I mean, you can have different ways. You might not want a border on the left at all. You could do anything you like because it's your project. And I'd love you to have a go at this. I'm trying to encourage people in my group as well if they want to show me what they make. If anybody does make anything, yeah, right, that fits, doesn't it? Yeah, so that just fits, and I think that's too big. That's a lot better because it sort of like doesn't take over the whole page like that does. I wasn't saying that, I was actually just trying it out. It looks really nice on the page, and it's got the colours, you know, it's got the black, which is in that border, and it's got the green, which is also in the border, and the yellow, which is like the gold. Could actually colour that in yellow, gold. Yeah, I'm putting, what am I doing here? I'm putting some more around that. Did I do that? Oh, can't really see it on it. So I must be doing it really carefully and gently. Looking at the actual one, of course. So I might put some gold on that. Let me have a go. I'm going to do it now while I'm here. I do some on the wings. I'm going to say leaves. Some on the wings and some on the body where it's yellow. Yeah, so that's now putting little dots of gold. So it looks really nice. So I don't know which ones I'm going. I'm going to put probably one or more than one in my thing I made for a swap. I have made it on video. I've made the one like it on video. The one I'm sending is this is those Tim Holtz things. You know those big Tim. I've got 2 packs of those. I've had the major. There they are. Those. Have you got any of those? They're quite good actually for this project. I've used a rose, a pink rose, and I've used. I think I do another one, don't I? If I can speak properly and not trip over my tongue. Right, what else have I used? Let's see. Oh yeah, I did. But this, I like the way this looks actually, because you might not be able to tell, but that, you know, where I've got that, and I do point it out in a minute, but obviously you can't hear me. But I do point it out that it looks a bit like a window scene, because there's some, looks like there's a bluish, just like it's daylight outside, a bluish looking strip, and then you've got underneath, you've got a green, and it sort of looks a bit like sky and buildings. You can't really, I don't know if you can see that. Right. Oh yeah, I was pointing out another one I'd made with some thumb, you know, those leftover thumb notches. Yeah, I put 3 down a page. I used some mulberry paper and that rose that's talking about, and then there as well. I've probably got it in the pack shot, so you can't really, probably won't be able to. That's washi tape. That washi tape makes that bit look so nice. It really does that bit. That bit I was talking about earlier, yeah. And then I stick the flower on top, and it looks like there's a window. It looks like a vase in a window. It really does. I wish I'd stuck the thing a little bit higher, because it looks like it's standing on nothing, which is why I put yeah, there. Yeah, I was talking about the window effect. If you look there, it looks like houses. I mean, it doesn't probably if you got on the big screen, but when you're not looking at it, if you got a small screen, you could see that probably. Looks like houses. And then I'm sticking that on as if it's a window. It looks really good, really honest. Yeah. What do I do now? Oh, I'm trying to put some. Oh, I'll do this around the edge first, but I do put a bit of shadow on it on one side. It does not make it look bad at all. Just as it does. I think I put some shadow underneath the washi tape as well on the bottom bit, just because it looks a bit like a window. So, not too long for the end now. When I start showing it, yeah, there's I'm putting the shadow there. It's actually not shadow. I'm just pulling the pen all the way round rather than choosing bits to use as shading. It looks okay. Could have done it slightly different, but as I didn't. There, I'm doing the underneath the window, the ledge bit now. See, I'm tapping my thing again by accident. I don't know if it makes any difference. Anyway, is that the other one? Is that the last one I'm doing? I think it is, isn't it? That's the 4. Yeah, this is why I thought, why have I decided to do 4? It's taking me ages. But I mean, it's because I had to choose things and that, and it's not the same as what I did before. I had loads of things on hand. But yeah, I've not found. There's the 4, yeah. So I've decided to put the opposite, yeah. Oh, good, I didn't do it all the way through. Yeah, and then I do leave it at the end like this by accident. So I'm just talking about the rule of the border. But it's not a rule really. You can do what you like. You don't have to do what I do. But that is a suggestion. I did have. Apparently, I'm good at design, so I don't know. You might not agree at all, but I do. Yeah, my design was my thing at college. That's why they got me to do graphic design. Oh yeah, there's the. I'm talking about the some notches there, and there's the thing I use down one side. I didn't do it at the bottom, just down one side. And there's mulberry paper behind, and on the mulberry paper I put some white dots. Yeah, so I did design at college. Yeah, they told me to do graphic design. I want to do fine art. They said no, do graphic design because you're really good at design. I'm using labels, so in a minute I'm going to put a word on there, and it's going to say, what's it going to say? Curious something. Stay curious, that's it. So thank you so much for watching today. And yeah, no, I decided not to use that. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I really do appreciate it. And some of these papers are on Ko-fi. There it is. Look, there's the page. So I decided to use Stay Curious out of those. I think they're Tim Holtz, aren't they? Yeah, likely. Very likely, I would say. Oh, there you go. Put it down. There we go. Getting it out. This is I don't think I've used them actually. There's white ones behind. There's white ones and black ones. I don't really realise that. I don't think. There we go. Yeah, Stay Curious. I've got my hand on it. And that looks really nice on there, but I think I'd take it up and decide to put it somewhere else, to move it up a bit. I can't remember why I did that actually. Oh, was it on top of the ribbon? No, it wasn't on top of the ribbon. Now it's on top of the ribbon, so I'll take it off. Move it up a bit now. There we go. So I've got that on there. There's the label. I've got a label there from I'm not sure, it's just a label with red surrounding it. I don't think it might be a Tracy Fox label, I can't remember. Yeah, I've got another one spare that I haven't finished. That's what I'm just showing you there. Yeah. So I've said all my bits. I'm just going through the things that I made. And oh yeah, I did red stitching around some of those red flowers, and also put red eyelets on and things like that. Yes, it's gel press, so some of it's brightly coloured. There we go. Yay, waving across, waving the magic. Yay. There we go. And again, yay, on the other side. So goodbye. Thank you.